Hello team, how are we going? And welcome to video 8, which is focusing on untangling bad habits. It's a really cool chapter, because we're focusing on what we want to achieve, but sometimes our bad habits are the ones that are actually sabotaging us from actually taking that success. So first things is look at where you can removing the prompt. So say if you've got a bad habit, so like eating chocolate, is to put it far away, okay, for me, or try to get my wife to hide it from me or as best as possible. Or if she does bring chocolate, as all down, she only brings me the tiniest bit, which is great, like that. So that definitely works for me. So it's just a matter of looking at what you can do to make the prompt, okay, which usually is nighttime thinking I want something sweet, then to make that harder. So if I know it's in the cupboard, I can get it very easily, but if you're hidden it somewhere, it makes it very hard. Same thing for any pieces of food. One of the easiest ways, just don't buy it. Like that, plain and simple. So especially if you know you're going to overeat it. Another one could be if you're trying to focus on avoid fast foods. Don't go the normal circuit that you go back home. Try to do a different way. Okay, that makes you avoid those things. It's a very easy one late at night. Okay, willpower is down. We often make bad decisions when we're hungry. It's at the end of your day. There's a Macca's everywhere. So it's just a matter of where you could avoid going past Mickey D's or wherever that you may like, where you can easily have dinner rather than cooking at home. And that way, again, you've removed the prompt. That makes our life a lot easier. Also, look at where you could avoid people, places, environment, and media that actually influence. So it's actually very interesting. People, think about the people that may sabotage you for those bad habits, or encourage you for those bad habits. Think of the places. Again, we just mentioned one, Mickey D's, so avoid going there. And the media, good one that if you have that Macca's app on your phone, that is a really bad one because there's always sales from what I've been told. So make sure you delete it or you take away apps, okay? Because they will keep giving you specials, okay? And they'll sound really good at a bad time. Very smart with that. Look at how you can change so people, places, environment as much as you can. So your environment, especially your home and your work, will take up majority of your time. So where you can change up the certain things within both work and home to give yourself a win, that would be great. So whether it's at signs in the house that say, I want to get more exercise, I want to get more water, having little timers on your actual phone to give you alerts at times where you know you've got a little bit of time to yourself. These are some really good ways of actually getting things done there. And one really cool concept says, break the chain ability, and it focuses on first time. Okay, create chores, okay, before actually getting to a bad habit. Often bad habits are easy to achieve, and that's why we have them, because they're easy, okay? So how can you make it hard? So for example, inactivity, going the whole day and not getting any steps, set up alerts, all like that on your phone. Have a buddy that you go for a walk with at a certain time throughout the day. Do something along those lines. Disrupt the time. Money, okay? And if you do the bad habit, one really cool one was to actually pledge some money to a dodgy politician who you really don't like, and give that person some money. It can't be something good. It's got to be something that's, one, it's hurt because it's the money you're going to forego, but two, it's going to somewhere you don't want it to go. Like that too. That should really drive you. Physical effort. If you have a TV, okay, in your office or they're around and you're easily distracted, make sure that you're not in a room where there's a TV and you're trying to get some work done, okay, whether it's been work. And likewise, that can actually help you, like that too on the other end. If you're actually trying to get, say, walking on a treadmill while watching a program can be more motivating. Mental effort. So if you eat something, for example, that isn't ideal, track the calories of that every single time. And that will actually add as a barrier thinking, wow, I didn't know KFC, what I ate just then is over 1,000 calories. And I've got 1,600 calories for the entire day. Little things like that will make a difference. And routine, routine usually happens at a specific time of day. So when you're actually doing something or not doing something, so look at that routine and see where you can make some changes throughout the day to either get that habit going, or if it's not getting enough activity, to see where you can slot those times in specifically throughout the day. Last part here, team, is adjust motivation. Focus on the long-term consequences of a certain action. For example, if you're not getting 10,000 steps, what may they mean? That will mean I'm not achieving my ideal level of fitness, which then can impact on potentially weight, which could go up. And if I'm not getting a certain amount of activity, I'm naturally going to be more anxious, pent up, and just feeling frustrated and down, like that. Focusing on the long-term side of things can really help. Often when we're focusing on a quick and easy thing, we're focusing on the short-term benefit rather than the long-term consequence. And we always do better when we swap a behavior. So instead of, like, for example, instead of the chocolate, I often go for something savory. So if in a packet of chips, a small recess-sized packet of chips, or a popcorn, I'll try to do that rather than eating an entire block of chocolate, which I could do so easily. And that usually stops me from there. So don't create a void, try replace it with something else, okay, is the message basically of this one, okay, rather than trying to get rid of a habit altogether. Cheers, mate. Hopefully you got a few insights from that, and have a good think about your bad habits, and let's look at some strategies on how we can improve them, dial them down a notch so they're not impacting on our health and fitness goals. Cheers, mate.